Live from News 4 New York, this is a special report.
Good afternoon. I'm Adam Cooperstein. We want to update you on breaking news in the Bronx we first brought you during our 11 a.m. newscast. There's been an explosion, an apparent explosion at a residential building. This is in the Longwood section. Here's what we know. At least 3 people are injured. And News 4's Mark Santia is live at the scene. Mark, I know you've been talking to witnesses. What have you learned?
Yeah, this is give you a live look right now, Adam. You can see FDNY moving more vehicles, more ladder trucks in position. You have firefighters up on the roof. Just told by an official a short time ago, this fire right now, Adam, is not under control. Still burning. They're keeping an eye on it. You can see, photographer Yvonne Reyes is going to look. You can look right in the window. You see firefighters inside the home here. They're looking to clear the home, seeing if anyone is inside. But you see the facade, the burned out facade. Multiple people we talked to on the street telling us they were walking by when they heard an explosion, then they heard another explosion and saw the flames. So you're seeing this facade here, these homes all connected here, and the facade is burned through. We're told there's a sofa that blew out of the home on the front. Actually talked to folks, neighbors who immediately ran, took action to try to help. One of them, a mother and daughter who heard that second explosion, didn't think of themselves, Adam, but immediately went to the home to try and help. Take a listen.
Well, we was walking down and I heard a big boom, and we seen the back of the building just like start tumbling down, and like things flew out into the backyard. And then when we ran after that, and when we went around to see what was going on, it exploded again. And then our thought was to go help people. So we ran to try to get people out, and we were able to get some people, assist with getting people out.
FDNY arrived, NYPD arrived, including members of the emergency service unit. They saw flames. They were greeted by those flames. They have knocked those flames down, but as we're told, this fire is far from being under control right now. You can see it's still smoldering out here. And again, when neighbors, very tight-knit neighborhood, a lot of folks out and about today, and they told us when they heard those explosions, Adam, one gentleman we talked to by the name of Howard Crump, he was driving, immediately pulled his car over and ran in to try and help. Take a listen.
I had kicked the door down, and there was a guy standing there saying that's a lady barricaded under the sofa. It was mad stuff on top of it. So I went in, I ran in, kicked the door, and I helped the lady out. And her sister was in there, and I dragged her sister out as well.
Back here live, this is obviously a very fluid investigation at this time. FDNY not sure what caused it. Obviously under investigation, not sure what caused the possible explosions, but they're telling us at this time, Adam, they have 3 people who are injured. No word on a condition. You take a look down the block, you can see several rescue crews are here, everyone on hand to try to assess. Number one, assess the situation, investigate the cause, also try to knock down this fire. You see the ladder truck up there, they're hitting the smoldering fire here with water up top. You have FDNY firefighters on the roof as well. They're going through this home looking to see if there's anyone who needs help. But Adam, folks we talked to who are 2-3 blocks away tell us they felt these explosions rock their building. That's when they came out to look for help. But again, right now you have FDNY on scene. NYPD, ESU, Strategic Response Group also here helping clear people. They've evacuated folks from the area. As again, you have ash that's raining down in the neighborhood right now. But firefighters still working this fire to put it out. They don't have a cause right now, but they know 3 people are injured. This is on Fox Street, right around the block from Intervale. 3 people injured, not sure what caused the possible explosions. FDNY working that angle right now. But their first order of business, Adam, take care of this fire and make sure everybody is okay. Everyone is out of the home right now. Again, we don't know how many homes were affected, but you can see that from that facade, Adam. It's gone right now. That portion of the home absolutely gone right now. We're seeing remnants of the home, the vinyl siding on the street. That's the scene right now. Adam, back to you.
Yeah, and Mark, we're looking at this structure, this residential row home, I think it is. Can you get a sense of, is it 3 stories, and how many people potentially, how many different people may live there?
Adam, it is a row home. You're looking at Looks like about 10 different homes connected here. The one home, though, as you can see the facade, the entire home is missing. No word on how many people were inside. Talked to FDNY a short time ago. They're trying to figure that out as well. Of the neighbors we talked to, they told us multiple people did come out of the home, a woman and her child, another woman who was very concerned about the sister. They were able to find the sister inside the home and lead her out. So we know at least 4 or 5 people came out of the home. Not sure if there are other people home at the time, though, Adam. So this is the section of row houses you're looking at. And then as Yvonne moves to his left, you can see sort of the burned out shell right there. That's missing. So that's where FDNY is focusing their attention. But that portion of the row home, Adam, at this time is gone.
And you're talking about people saying they saw furniture flying out. We saw some debris in the videos. Is that all over the street where you are? I know it's hard with all the firefighters doing their hard work there blocking, but is there debris all over the street as well?
There is. Adam, it's difficult, like you said, because FDNY, obviously, they've got their ladder trucks blocking the street right now, but there's debris. There is still ash. When we first pulled up, we thought it was snowing. It wasn't snow. It was ash that was raining down here on Tiffany and Fox Streets. So there is debris here. They have evacuated several neighbors from the area. Con Ed is on hand. Obviously, they don't know the cause, what may have caused these possible explosions. They're looking at that right now. But Adam, as you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done. They're still hitting this fire with a lot of water from multiple sides.
Mark, the other thing that's very obvious here for those of us who have been paying attention to the city lately, that 10 days ago there was the deadly high-rise fire in the Bronx where 17 people died. And, of course, it rocked this city. It was so tragic. And it was also in the Bronx. And I'm wondering if when you talk to people, is that still fresh on their minds? Is that on their minds when they see this kind of fire in a much smaller building today?
Adam, the gentleman we spoke with, Howard Crump, who you heard a little bit from him a couple minutes ago, when I was talking to Howard, I said, what made you not think of yourself? What made you jump into action? And Adam, he said, because of the people, the 17 people who passed the other day in the Bronx in that apartment fire. He said he didn't want to see that. He didn't want to see any more death. And that's why he ran up to the house, kicked the door down, and helped lead people out. So that's obviously that tragedy weighing very heavy on the mind of New Yorkers, which is why New Yorkers we talked to said they absolutely jumped in to help other people out.
Mark Santia, thank you so much for that report from the ground there as we watch this apparent explosion and fire in the Longwood section of the Bronx. At least 3 people have been injured seriously. We're working to get much more information. Still not clear the cause of this apparent explosion, but as soon as we get more information, of course, we will bring it to you right here on News 4. And we certainly hope that as many people as possible were able to get out of that building and get to safety. We'll keep you updated throughout the day on the News 4 app, and we'll bring you a live update coming up on News 4 at 4. We now return you to regular programming.